Here we are, second last day of our long trip, and we have 30 kilometers ahead of us. We just left Ballyvourney, and most of it hopefully on quiet little back roads like this one. And Judy of course loves that. She's way ahead sniffing out things. We saw deer already. This is very wild, hilly country, so we'll probably see more deer and all sorts of other wildlife back here. I count myself so lucky to live in a country that's so safe and peaceful and, I suppose, wealthy and friendly and civilized, where I can ride with my lovely horse and my dog through the hills and mountains and forestry without being worried at all of being robbed or killed or whatever else. Just thinking of all the other people who are on the road, terrified, anxious, always stressed about strange noises and strange people. And all I've met on this journey so far is a lot of strangers who were extremely nice and generous and kind and honest to me. I always thought I'm lucky to have the life I have, but yeah, to live in the country we live in, I count myself very, very lucky. We're about 2 hours into our ride now. Left Ballyvourney behind us, and we are totally and completely in the middle of nowhere. There's sheep and there's forestry and fences and all that, but it is very, very remote. I'm so glad I have a paper map, because there's hardly any coverage here, and Google probably wouldn't find me. Steep up now in a minute and steep down, and then we should be heading into the Ballingeary Valley and turn towards Guggenbarra. Made it to Guggenbarra. There's the lake down there. The weather's changed a little bit from yesterday. Quite windy, as you can hear probably. Bit of rain. Oh, there's a car. It's only about the second car that's passing us today. Hang on. When we were still driving our lovely four-wheeler carriage with Henry and Flora, we used to come here occasionally to help out with weddings, transport the bride and groom around. That seems a long time ago now. And you remember Flora? No idea at all. We decided to stop after all, because it's such a lovely, calm place here. The lake is so still and beautiful. Guess what? Flora found loads and loads of yummy grass to eat, and whilst I was getting off and tying her up, the owner of the hotel, Guggenbarra Hotel, over there somewhere, came out, Katie, and then she disappeared, and then she came back with a donation and a chocolate brownie with ice cream for me. So I feel very lucky. What a lovely place. What a kind gesture. And Trudy gets a little rest. Oh, no, Trudy is asleep, so won't wake her. Oh. Oh. Problem. Flora in her head. You can see her in the distance. For some reason she thought, I don't know, is she thinking this is the way home? She took off at a trot. No idea why. And I can't run that fast. And of course there's nobody on the road who really knows about horses, so nobody is stopping her. I can just hope she'll stop and eat grass over there and I can catch up. Anyhow, it's a dead end, this mountain glen, so at least you can't run onto the main road or anything. Okay, better go. For once I'm delighted that the road is blocked with a barrier, because that stopped Flora. Would have run all the way into the mountain glen probably. Well, I haven't caught her yet. Flora girl, what went into your head? What did you do that for? Silly lump. Silly lump. There must be about 3 times every day I do this. I take the lead rope off and sometimes I hold on to the reins. Sometimes I just leave them hanging over her neck, ready to get on. And she's never ever in all these, how many days am I on the road now? 2.5 weeks. Ever had any thought about taking off with heavy traffic, everything, and then in the most quiet, peaceful place you could imagine, she just thinks, yeah, I'll go for a trot down the road. A really, really fast one. She must have covered about 1 kilometre or so into this glen. So I had a good jog too, and then she just looked at me like, oh yeah, here you are. And yeah, I got back on, everything's fine, everything's back to normal, but no idea. Does she realise we're close to home? And she just thinks, let's get it done and over with. I'm off, I'm home. Now, this is quite amazing. Flora, she is just outside, just where the little island and the church is, where I mentioned earlier we used to do horse-drawn weddings here with her and her daddy Henry, and she doesn't want to go past the church now, because I think she does remember that she was here with Henry and that Henry might still be here, and wouldn't that be wonderful to meet up with him. We have to go this way. He's down this way. No, and here she turns around again towards the church. Flora, no. Yeah, and somebody tell me again that horses can't remember and don't have a well-functioning brain. She can remember very well. Look at her ears. She's pointing at the church. There's no Henry. Flora. Now, okay, I think I have to put the camera away and yeah, get Flora to go in the right direction. Talk to you later. Beyond the pass of Caymanay, we can look all the way down towards Bantry. Gosh, it's the last hill before we get home. We made it to our final stop, my friends Renate and Gert's place. This is their lovely guest cottage where we'll be staying. And I really look forward to an early night, hot shower, everything, because tomorrow morning, really early, we'll be setting off towards this soggy soup down there. About 20 kilometres away is Bantry, and we'll be heading there to hopefully, all going well, arrive at 1 o'clock in Bantry town, in the square. So if you want to be there to welcome us home and celebrate getting back from Cavan to Cork, then please do. It would be lovely to see you there.